Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So, this is just gonna be my general market update. So, we're gonna be looking at the high time frame as usual. So, I've sent this chart over in our Discord text channels in Top Floor. So, for your study, so that after this live, you can go over what I discussed in this session and review at your own time. And hopefully that helps in helping you make an informed trading decision. Okay. First things first, so I'd like to shout out to Daniel Haddad, our newest coach here at Trading Floor. So Daniel Haddad's been one of those where I one of those guys that's been really open to teaching and sharing his charts no matter what asset to various people in the trading communities I've been part of. So shout out to him for all of the new members here and even the old members in Trading Floor. And for those of you who are interested to join Trading Floor to see our daily streams and our daily updates in the charts, no matter what asset, whether it's Forex or trad markets like the ES or the S&P 500 or Nasdaq or even crypto. Yeah, our community is there for open to everyone. Of course, join our top floor membership for more in-depth access to our modules and to our daily streams. And again, shout out to Daniel. I'm sure he's gonna be a great addition. Welcome back to trading, my friend. And yeah, welcome back to Trading Floor. And hopefully the guys learn a lot from you just as much as I've learned a lot from you, mate. So there, just a quick shout out for you. All right. So this good old chart, the S&P 500. So it's like we've had this chart for quite a long time now, but pretty much for the old members here, yeah, you can replay my past streams on the ES or the S&P 500. Pretty much the same high time frame stuff we've marked out. So hopefully these, and again, I'd like to reiterate, those are high time frame updates. So pretty much if you could recall in the past streams, so for example here on ES, we recall months ago, so this is price data I'm charting back in August. So what did we say at that time? Price was probably gonna go, let me just change this, take these out, just have the median enabled. Price was probably gonna go towards this OB median. So this is back in August to September. Price dropped, the S&P made new lows. Okay, where was it probably gonna go to? Probably up to this block here. So fast forward months after. So bearish, 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 bear market. Ooh. Let's mark some stuff out to the upside. Median didn't get that far. Took the liquidity out. Made new lows up to where? This median here. Fast forward a few weeks. December onwards was pretty much when we got pretty much range bound moves, pretty volatile range bound moves to the upside and the downside. Pretty much not just downside, right? Here, so tap the median, consolidate a bit above it, then moved up, eventually fully mitigating this block, and then the rest is history. There, right? So, if you recall, and I was updating all of you in top floor that okay, let's stick to these median block trades, right? They've been working good for us, and hence here we are. So that's on ES, right? So even here, right, in January, hence this rise up, and it's no surprise, especially if this encircled area here, if you recall our old friend here, never removed it. I'm beginning to sound like a broken record in our streams, right? In my streams, right? But I'm not marking this out yet because it's still a price. It's still a gap in price. Hence, no matter how bearish price may get at the lows of the range, that still acts as a price magnet. Hence, no, even if you're a bear, like which I admit in my streams, yeah, I do have a bearish bias, and let's review my bearish bias in the high time frame later, right? That there are price magnets to the upside, so that helps with my risk management. That helps me still take day trade longs. That still helps me have a clear picture of where price may magnet towards, right? So there, just a quick recall. Okay. And okay. And for those of you who are gonna be watching this late or gonna be watching the recording, of course, yeah, the recording is gonna be available to you, so you can just go back to that. Again, I've sent the charts in our text channels for your review. Anyways, so then where was I? All right, there. So this is just the ES, and for comparison, I always have the S&P 500 8 cap chart, of course. And around 2 weeks ago, I've sent a chart where the price gap was still there. Yeah, before Easter, before I went on Easter break, I said that mind the gap above. So this small price gap from on the daily chart from August 19 and August 22, right? If you go on the trad chart, on the traditional chart, not the futures, right? So remember on New York Open, there's a separate chart for that. There's a gap in price, so that acts as price magnets, right? But of course, at the end of the day, you have to trade the chart. So if you can see here, this daily order block from August 22, there, the top of February 2, that was the top. Then we got an impulse down, and fully mitigated this OB. So back to my point a while ago in ES, where you mark the medians of the blocks out to give you hella good trades. Pretty much for high time frame uh, charting, you can just mark those out, and then in confluence with everything else you learn from the other coaches, whether it's Fibonacci or smart money concepts or liquidity, you can use that as confluence for your high time frame charting. Like what I always say, I keep things simple, right? So just this, it's enough for me for a high time frame bias. So going to where the S&P, so we got pretty bearish price action heading into like an hour into New York, right? So what did we hit? So let's remove these. So again, yeah, here just take a quick look. So on ES it's the median, but here on the S&P 500 8 cap chart, it's pretty much full mitigation of those blocks. Pretty much sniper entries if you're whether you're long short, whether you're limiting in or laddering in market, good areas to mark out. Proper risk management always. Of course, not financial advice, but yeah. Okay, so here you can notice there are more price magnets to the downside than to the upside. So I'm not saying we're gonna make new lows, but price is gonna be attracted towards a correction, maybe, which is my bias at least, right? And that area we hit. So here on the S&P 500, so price gap above, mind that. And then you see these relative equal highs on the daily chart from February 7 and then February 14th. So yeah, 7-day interval. Interesting, right? So they're pretty much relative equal highs that were taken out on 8 cap. And here, let me just enable this pull. So there, scalp pull, like we've learned from Random, one of the OGs in our community, and also Saif, who practices it every day. So these scalp pulls, these predictive fibs, pretty much a sniper entry, like pretty minuscule. Whether it's I would argue that's a grab of the relative equal highs. You can argue that it's just another tap, so that's a triple top, but still, there's a scalp pull there. And this pull pretty much is just from this daily candle here. From April 13th, I was already interested in marking out areas for higher up to fill this gap at around 44,200, that region on ES and S&P, right? So here, this liquidity from February 2, you can see it's the golden pocket of the scalp pull from my pull there. So I was expecting price to be a bit stronger. So the moment we made this high here, probably just range a bit and then hit that, and then we get our correction. But at the end of the day, we trade the charts. So this scalp pull was enough bearish price action so far. So there, from the regions I marked out again, so these relative equalize here. Oops. Yes, I'm on basic. You don't need paid trading view to be a profitable trader, like I always say. Let's go on DXY. So how come the S&P 500 didn't get enough strength to make that move to fill that gap, right? Well, here, so you can go back to my last general update where I charted the DXY. This is pretty much a weekly. All right, no, that was the monthly. Let me go to that. There. So this monthly FVG right there, and how the median is there at 100. So that's crucial support, right? That's pretty much the key support to hold, where price is gonna magnet towards, and if it holds, we can expect a bullish move up. But what we got was actually pretty bullish for the dollar a few days ago. I'm sure you guys caught that. I mean, Coach Kuba even gave an update on it. So there, look at that low from February 2. It was pretty much taken out from today, last week. So if you recall my market sessions breakdown yesterday, I was saying that I was short Friday. This is pretty much one of those key signals. So February 14, February 14th, April 14th, yeah, of last week. There, pretty much grab that low there. Very much moved up. So there, that to me, and then seeing how the daily closed bullish, how it didn't quite engulf this violently, of course, the day before, but still, it pretty much closed bullish, and now we're just getting a daily range above it. That to me signaled that okay, we could get some weaknesses on the indices and crypto. So just weakness, right? I'm not saying we're gonna make new lows and we're gonna be bearish on risk on assets, right? But as you can see, since Friday, even on crypto, oops, there, right, we made that high, 31K, and then we moved down, and then now we're getting this daily range still, and then there. So S&P pretty much also the same. So there. Excuse me. Alright. So okay, where was I? Alright. Where could price go on the S&P 500? So on the high time frame, right? So locally, quote unquote, locally, right, there are more price magnets to the downside than to the upside. So I'm not necessarily saying that we're gonna go as low as 3,700 on the S&P 500. This 236, it's pretty much just a macro pull from high of August 16 up to that low on October 13th. So at that time when we were charting weeks ago, I had the golden pocket enabled, where that was the immediate resistance area there at that time. Of course, we broke through it, so that's irrelevant right now, as of now. See the respect, right? And that 236 remains untapped. So pretty naked level. I'm not gonna get too bearish if we go this low. If anything, my ideal scenario, which I'm gonna go through now. Let me just hide this scalp pull right now. Hopefully you guys marked that out a while ago. So let me remove the relative equal highs as well. We talked about that already. So yeah, still some liquidity there. So yeah, I'm still banking that we're just gonna get some daily range here and then probably take liquidity, fill the gap, and then move down to correct. And then this is what's gonna tell the story probably around May, right? Maybe even June, because price can just continue ranging, which is ideal actually. You can take day trades both long and short, so that's probably the best. Yeah, good scenario. Trade both ways, but anyway, so since this is a high time frame update, might as well zoom out. So we are still in a, well, we're starting to see some change in market structure, right? So we're still in a downtrend since pretty much last year, and now we're getting some ranging, some slow grinds up. But are you really back in the bull market? Eh. And if you recall from, you can, my early days here in trading floor, and even the charts I shared in like privately or through the one-on-one coaching sessions that we do, of where I think the market's going. Well, even as early as before, like I remember it was in May where I was, because pretty much May was when we were making some pretty much rad lows, especially in crypto. But is it here? Okay, yeah, it's here. It's not in trade. Okay, not trade ideas. Key levels. Okay, there. Yeah. So yeah, some Discord special will probably post that very old chart of mine from February of 2021, where I thought the market was going, or was it 2022? Yeah, it's probably 2022 because we made some new lows. We were starting to get some bearish price action there, but the key SR level for me to reclaim is around this area, 4595, which I've always had marked out. So do I still have my EW count? Okay, there. Yeah, I do still have it. So, although in fairness to me, like I was expecting A to be a bit lower, like much lower. But if that's it, then okay. At the end of the day, we gotta trade the charts. We're probably gonna get a slow grind up to tap that. Still, we're not making new highs. So to say that the bull market is back, when in fact we've just been ranging here, right? I'm not gonna get too excited. Not as euphoric as 2020, right? When everything was just bull market on, until we reclaim, until we beat this deviation from the range, or well, you can make the argument it's not. It's pretty much not a range, right? It's just been an impulse up. Until we reclaim those highs on trad markets, I don't see any new highs or some bull market to resume. This is the key level to reclaim. So we can just get some slow ranging here, and then probably here everyone's gonna get so bullish. Oh, new all-time highs incoming, but eventually we're just gonna make new lows. Like a slow, which has always been the roadmap for me. Then you can go back to previous streams for that. Like always been the roadmap for me. It's something we've all been preparing for. Where okay, we make some lows, everyone gets really bearish. We just range naturally with any bearish market. You just range, right? It struggles to get past all these resistance areas. That's fine. That's natural price action, right? Because you have people getting out of positions or trap traders, or people smarter traders going in and out quick, both long and short. So we just get a slow grind up, but eventually we make new lows. Until this level gets reclaimed for me, 4595, then I'm not really too bullish, right? So there. That's just a high time frame outlook, and you can go back to my previous charts or my previous streams. I've been saying that for, yeah. I sounded crazy at the time, but right now that's where I'm sticking at. But that's gonna be a long time. Just as much as when I do these general high time frame updates. Remember, I always say, okay, mark this median out, not financial advice. We eventually do hit those high time frame targets. So yeah, this gap that I've had on for the longest time. We're inching closer to it. The longer that we don't even get to that high and fill that, maybe even up to this block at around 4260 to 4280, then that signals weakness for me personally. That means that the asset's really weak, and we could just get some more ranging, right? So you can mark some potential support zones out to keep you calm and collected. So first things first, yeah. This block here, bullish engulfing. Take it dash. Let's make it green. There. So 4093. For ES, pro tip, just add plus 18 max if you're trading on ES futures, because 8 caps just like plus minus 18. 3979. And this has been tapped already, so I expect a swift move down if we get back into this range. So there, 4093, 3979. And probably the median of this inefficiency or FVG. There, which is around, which is also a breaker. Yeah, you can see some there. Yeah, 4000 pretty much. 4010. There. Other area you can mark out here. So there's a lot of support downward, so that's fine. I'm not gonna get too panicky if you get a pullback. But I think that's more take profit levels, so that's always good as a trader. 4040, give or take. Take liquidity there. Pretty big candle there, almost wickless, so yeah, makes sense. There. Some scenarios I can see. So price corrects a bit. Higher high. Then we move up. There. That's one scenario. Or yeah. Get a swift move down, retest some levels, probably a golden pocket or an 886 makes the most sense. Take the lows, retest, oop, failed, and then we get some ranging here. Yeah, just more and more ranging. Up until June, probably there. So little rad path tool there, but that makes sense to me. Fill these inefficiencies, range a bit, have the volatility calm down a bit. That's one thing I'm looking at. But my main scenario would be, and I'm preparing for, is yeah, we just get a small correction, then move up, and then from there, this will tell the story around June. Yeah, June makes sense. June, July makes sense. So start the quarter and then rebalance some areas here, right? Around here. I'm looking forward to that. One scenario I'm eyeing. So just something to prepare for. Alright, so that's the S&P 500. On Bitcoin, there is something I do want to share. Because of course we are heading higher, so start marking areas for higher. Also, also don't remove areas from lower, right? Because they can be key support levels on the high time frame. Alright, Coinbase chart. Pages. The weekly. So yeah, there. So pretty rad time to review, right? Because we're finally getting some movement in crypto. Okay. So this weekly FVG, pretty much for 3 weeks we've been filling it, but you can see on the week chart how it gets so respected on the high time frame, right? Our next area of interest for an FVG or an imbalance fill is here from 34k to 36 to 37. I'm banking on 36, of course, because if you zoom to the left, so SR concepts, candle closes, candle top, candle bottom, candle close, but that's slightly above here. So days of price action there. Median of the FVG is around 36k max. So that's just something I'm preparing for, 36,000 Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if it does happen, we know why it happened, right? Because there's a price magnet to the upside. So there. But pretty much crypto, yeah, I'm remaining patient actually, because that 30,800 the 30,800 chart was pretty damn good. Yeah, got $1,000 move if you held on to it and then took profit to start the day. Yeah, when we made some new lows, but then price just, of course, don't get caught late shorting, right? Because even though we are at resistance technically or at the highs, still if the trend remains bullish, then don't try to counter trend, right? You can see how we bounced from a 1 hour OB a while ago. There, that new low around an hour into Asia, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there. So it's just been range bound now. We're finally getting a range, right? So identify if we make new highs or just continue to get some weakness. High, still not claiming it. Testing this support, so around the probably move down to 29,700, and then let's see if it moves up. That's like the best case scenario for us to get some to get some bullish price action and to hold support. So there. But pullbacks are to be expected, of course. We have been impulsing up for quite a long time, so makes sense that we're pulling back a bit finally. So just don't forget to take your profits. If you were in my stream yesterday, I've been emphasizing, yes, take profits. We were at support. Take profits, damn it. Okay. So there. If ever we were to pull back, if we're heading upwards, I'm not gonna be shorting. Like, to be honest, I'm not gonna be just mad shortening every level past 30,000, right? Like 31,000, 32,000. No, I'll be patiently waiting for 34 to be hit at least. It's crypto, so I've been trading trad mostly now. So I don't mind if I miss it. But what I'm seeing is if we do get some weakness here, so let's say this is just a deviation and then we just remain range bound here, which is a weekly block, by the way. Just go on the weekly, you can see that candle. So if you just need some ranging here for May, then possible areas of support are just the daily. So we got that impulse from. Interesting if that 382 is somewhere in the. Let's see. Just charting it out with you guys. Okay, if that's the 0.5, then three two uptrend fib. Let's see where it is. 25k. Alright, there. Yeah, makes sense because it fills this imbalance. Yeah, pretty much fills this imbalance area here. So that's just a candle with pretty much a no man's land. So most bullish scenario for me would be testing these. Nice how that 382 lines up with this resistance level at that time, right? So you can consider this an SR flip. This is actually a bullish scenario for me, not a bearish scenario. So of course bearish is while it's happening. So yeah, let's say we move drastically down. It is crypto, so yeah, uh, I'm not crossing that scenario out. So we move down, test this resist SR flip level, and then eventually, okay, here get some ranging, find support, and then move up That's the scenario I'm looking for. Of course, it all depends on once it does, if it does hit 25k and then test this area. And then let's see if we get some bearish price action. Then of course, nada. We're gonna make new lows, obviously. But if not, then yeah, new high. So just something I'm watching for. That would be the most bullish scenario for me because if we get a bullish test of support there, and then find support, get acceptance back into this range, find support, then move up, then yeah, that would be nice. That would time nicely with actually. I don't know. It'll have to depend because we have experienced pretty much months where crypto was just quote unquote dead when really it wasn't. But now that we're getting volatility back, who knows, right? But we have experienced it before. Who's to say it won't happen again? Let's time it for a bit. Let's stall for a bit, right? For crypto. Okay, test that. Remains range bound for quite a long time. Times with the S&P. Remember that scenario where it makes that B to ultimately hit here, and then we get a swift move down. Something I'm looking for. There. That's just. I'm keeping it more. I'm not zooming out that much in crypto, but it is something I'm looking for. So yeah, see, days of ranging pretty much here at these lows. So goes back to the general concept, right? The longer the consolidation, the stronger the move. But yeah, 25k, most bullish scenario. Of course, yeah, I still have targets lower, right? I'm not invalidating that as of yet. But we also have resistances above anyway. So let's say that is that low for the meantime. And let's say price continues to move up. One thing you can do is mark some fibs out. So from high at 69 to the low. Oh, lo and behold. See? Just how beautiful does that line up. This is the 382. So uptrend fib. Let's get the golden pocket there. 618. See how I just pulled that 382 and it just lined up with the median of that FVG. So 706. Let's also have the 66. So there. To the upside, those are the levels. Now I'm liking that 36k area more because the 382 is there. Also the median of this. So have your alert set at 36k. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but there's pretty much big confluence for that area already. 36,000 was also the lows here, was also the highs here. So let's see, right? Just mark it out. I'm not saying it's gonna happen like next week or next month or next quarter, right? If anything, my bias is still we're due for a correction, just a slight one in crypto. S&P it's still being hella respected. So there. So for high time frame, yeah, I'll leave this out. 36k. Let's see if we get there. It's gonna be juicy if we do get there. For a mega short. Let's see if we make some new lows then. We'll reassess from there. Of course, we can't predict. It's better to react to the chart and make an informed decision from there. Alright. So there, that's pretty much it for me. So just a general market update. As usual, if you have any questions, just at me at boardroom or ask me. I do have a Twitter. It's affiliated with Trading Floor. So just look for me there. But for questions about my stream, if I'm not taking them here on YouTube, then just look for me in the Discord channel of Trading Floor. I'll take some questions there. If you're interested to look at more educational content from my fellow coaches, then have a look at Trading Floor. Our community is open, our Discord's open. Have a look, see what's right for you. And there. So my next streams are, so stay tuned for chart updates from me for the rest of the week. My next streams are gonna be next week for Trading Floor. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully, I shared some stuff with you guys that can help you in making an informed trading decision. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, and always take profits, observe proper risk management. Stay tuned for my next stream. All right, bye everyone.